debates, no drama. Get ready for some fun and join us now for the free in Fredonia Show.
Noisy, snorting gasoline monster. Oh, come on, you dad-claim gasoline buggy. Take her easy, Desperate. There ain't nobody gonna... General Summer, you young cayuse.
Here's your host, Gary SannaBlue Baker.
Hey everybody, I love me some Gabby Hayes. Welcome to the Free in Fredonia Show. If you don't know me, I'm Gary Baker, and I'm going to be pushing buttons here to try to keep this game going. Today's topic is 1980s country music. So put your thinking caps on and remember back in the day when 1980s country music was happening. Go ahead. Hey, Chrissy, glad you can make it. Go ahead and be sure you share with all your family, friends, and neighbors, brothers, sisters, uncle, aunt, anybody that's on Facebook that might want to play. Go ahead and share it right now. And I'll give you another opportunity here later to share it. But let's start it off. Hey, Gene, glad you can make it. Let's start it off with the word for the day.
Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. Keep sowing kindness and faithfulness. Perseverance brings a harvest you can't yet see.
Everybody said amen. I put that music on there, especially for Leanne Marshall. She likes it so much. Hey, Linda, glad you could make it. Today's topic is 1980s country music. Remember, the top score of the week, it's going to win a free t-shirt. So I'm keeping tally of that. And I may give you some standings on Friday, and then I'll announce Monday who won the t-shirt for the previous week. Like I said, this is going to be about 1980s country music. So let's get Gloria to tell everybody how to play in case you don't know how to play. Gloria?
Welcome to the Free in Fredonia Show. It's going to be lots of fun with interesting trivia questions on a variety of subjects. The way you play is the question will be posted on screen with 4 possible answers. You'll have 10 seconds after the question is read to choose the answer you think is correct and type in the correlating number in the comment section. After you post your choice, give Gary a few seconds to tabulate the answers, and the correct response will be noted before advancing to the next question. The high score and winner gets bragging rights and will be posted after the show. Good luck. Now here's Gary.
All right, here we're going to go. Hey, Anthony, glad you can make it, bud. I missed you the last few days. Oh, the subject today is 1980s country music. And I'm sure most of y'all were probably around then. Chrissy might have been a toddler. But 1980s country music. If you haven't already, go ahead and share on your Facebook page. If you belong to any groups, share it to the groups. And that's a good way to reach quite a few people to get some more players. So here we go. I got to post that up there. Okay, Chrissy. Here we go. We got 20 questions. I've checked them out. Everything should work properly today as opposed to yesterday when we had some mess ups. So here we go with question 1. Question 1, 1980s country music. Here we go. Which 1980s country artist was known as the queen of country pop? Was it Tanya Tucker, Reba McEntire, Dolly Parton, or Barbara Mandrell? Which 1980s country artist was known as the queen of pop? Put your answer in the comment section there. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 19, the queen of pop. I think everybody's got their answers in. So let's see who the queen of country pop was. You might be surprised at this one. Barbara Mandrell. Nobody got it. Nobody got that one. Next question. Here we go. What was George Strait's debut album released in 1981? Was it Straight Country, Pure Country, Oceanfront Property? Does Fort Worth ever cross your mind? Straight Country, Pure Country, Oceanfront Property. Does Fort Worth ever cross your mind? George Strait's debut album. Go ahead and get your pick in there. Moving right along. George Strait. He's been around a long time. I remember the first time he came out, probably 1982, I guess it was, somewhere. Straight Country. That was his debut album. 81 was when he came out. That's right. All right, here we go. Next question. Moving right along. Which song earned the Judge their first Grammy Award in 1985? Was it Why Not Me? Mama, He's Crazy? Love Can Build a Bridge? Girls Night Out? Which song earned the Judds their first Grammy Award in 1985? Pick your answers, put them in the comment section. Here we go. The Judds. I think, hey, Janie, glad you could make it. I think everybody remembers the Judds. Mama, He's Crazy. They won their first Grammy Award with that song. Here we go. Question 4. Which country star had a hit with All My Exes Live in Texas? And that was in 1987. Was it Randy Travis, Hank Williams Jr., George Strait, or Alan Jackson? Which country star had a hit with All My Exes Live in Texas? 1987. Y'all copying Christy there. Here we go. Moving right along. Everybody got your answers in there? Which country star had a hit with All My Exes Live in Texas in 1987? George Strait. All My Exes Live in Texas. 38% of you got that one. All right, here we go. Question 5. Hey, Susan. Who recorded the original version of Forever and Ever Amen? Was it Ronnie Millsap, Randy Travis, Keith Whitley, or Don Williams? Who recorded the original version of Forever and Ever Amen? Get your answers in there. Time's about up. Okay. I had to put Chrissy's comment up there. Here we go. Answered Randy Travis. Randy Travis recorded the original version of Forever and Ever Amen. 75% of y'all got that right. Next question. Let's tell you what. Let's pause. Well, let's go ahead and do it. Which singer had a major hit with Driving My Life Away in 1980? Was it Kenny Rogers, Johnny Lee, Eddie Rabbitt, or Conway Twitty? Which singer had a major hit with Driving My Life Away in 1980? Sharon's at the end of Sesame Street. Here we go. Get your answers in there. Here we go. Kenny Rogers, Johnny Lee, Eddie Rabbitt, or Conway Twitty? Eddie Rabbit. Eddie Rabbit did Driving My Life Away. Let's pause just for a second, and we'll go to the Notorious Leaderboard. Look at there. My sweet cousin Gene. Where'd he go, Gene? Everybody, can you see where you are? All right. Let's continue. We're going to question 6. Question 6. No, that was 6 in. We're going to 7. That's right. I'm a question behind. Islands in the Stream, 1983, was a duet between Kenny Rogers and who? Juice Newton, Dolly Parton, Crystal Gale, or Anne Murray? Islands in the Stream was a duet between Kenny Rogers and who? Put your answers in the comment section. We're winding down. Answer fast. Most of y'all probably know this one. Islands in the Stream. That's a great song. I love that song. Great harmony in that one. Here we go. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton sang that with Kenny Rogers. The song was written by the Bee Gees, I believe. Here we go. Next question. Who won CMA Entertainer of the Year 3 times during the 1980s? Was it Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, George Jones, or Alabama? Who won CMA Entertainer of the Year 3 times during the 1980s? Chrissy, that music's not that old. Well, I guess it is to you. Here we go. Some of y'all might remember this one. Computing the answers. Alabama. Alabama won it 3 times. They were a good group. All right, here we go. Question 9 coming up. What year did Reba McEntire release her breakthrough album, My Kind of Country? Was it 1988, 1986, 1984, or 1982? What year did Reba McEntire release her breakthrough album, My Kind of Country? Take your guess. I think I'm giving you all enough time to answer. If not, I can always increase it, but I think most of y'all getting your answers in there on time. 1980s. Stephanie, I didn't see you there. Glad you made it. 1984. 1984. 25% of you got that right. All right, here we go. Question 10. Moving right along. 7 Spanish Angels was a duet between Willie Nelson and which artists? Was it Waylon Jennings, Ray Charles, Merle Haggard, or Johnny Cash? 7 Spanish Angels was a duet between Willie Nelson and which artists? Get your answer in there. That's another great song. I love that song. I think everybody's has answered. We'll let the machine do some computing. It's moving fairly well today. At least the storm didn't knock it out. Ray Charles. Ray Charles sang that with Willie Nelson. Once again, let's pause the game, and I want to give you all a chance to look at this leaderboard and see where you stand. Can everybody see it? Looking pretty good, actually. All right. We're going to resume the game. That was question 10. Question 11. Swingin' by John Anderson became a #1 hit on which chart in 1983? Was it Country Airplay chart, Cashbox Top Singles, Billboard Hot Country Songs, or Billboard Hot 100? Swingin' by John Anderson became a #1 hit on which chart? 1983. Put your answer in there. Yeah, that's one of my favorites too, Anthony. 7 Spanish Angels. It's just swinging. John Anderson. I think John Anderson, I believe he was from Florida, if I remember correctly. Here we go. Billboard Hot Country Songs. 75% of you got that one right. Question 12. I Believe in You was a major hit for which country artist in 1980? Was it Mel Tillis, Glenn Campbell, Don Williams, or Charlie Pride? I Believe in You was a major hit for which country artist in 1980? Get your answers in there. Leanne, I don't understand your question. Were you weren't on the leaderboard? Maybe because you hadn't been answering them right. I thought I saw your name, though. Don Williams, I Believe in You. Remember that song? Great song. 50% of you remembered. All right. Next question. Question 13. Highwaymen featured members from all except which group? The Strangers, the Highwaymen, the Eagles, or Outlaws? Highwaymen featured members from all except which group? The Strangers, Highwaymen, the Eagles, or the Outlaws? Put your guess in the comment section. Thank you, Susan. Appreciate that. I need to show everybody what you said. Okay. All right. The Eagles. The Eagles didn't have anything to do with Highwaymen. 86% of you got it right. Next question, question 14. Here we go. Lucille helped launch whose solo career before the 1980s boom? Was it Merle Haggard, Kenny Rogers, Jerry Reed, or Charlie Rich? Lucille helped launch whose solo career before the 1980s boom? Put your guess in there. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. With 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. I think most of y'all probably know this one, except Chrissy. Okay. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Here we go. Kenny Rogers. 100% of you got it right. Congratulations. Question 15. Here we go. He Stopped Loving Her Today is considered a comeback for whom? Was it Vince Gill, Steve Werner, George Jones, or Mr. Clint Black? He Stopped Loving Her Today is considered a comeback for whom? Put your answers in there. The greatest country song probably ever written. He Stopped Loving Her Today. Gene, I don't know. Your answers don't show up. I'll have to check on that. I'm not sure. Let me pause the game here just a second. Let's look at this board. Does everybody see their answers? See Melinda, Sharon, Leanne, and Linda, and Chrissy. They placed her. Yeah, okay. I don't see. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that, but evidently they're going through because you've been leading in the leaderboard. This is the 15th question, so let me go ahead and check the leaderboard here. Evidently, they're showing up because you're still number one, Gene. Melinda's moving up. Everybody's holding steady. But I don't see Leanne on there. Leanne, where are you? And Janie, your answers aren't showing up. But you're on the leaderboard. I apologize. I'm not aware of if there is a problem. All right. Let me continue the game here, and maybe I can figure it out later. I apologize if you don't see yourself. Stephanie, you not showing up either. You're on the leaderboard there. All right, let me continue on. We're on question 16. If that's a problem, I'll need to address it. It's kind of hard to keep up with everybody. Here we go. 16. Fishing in the Dark was a hit single by which band in the late 80s? Was it Restless Heart, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Little Texas, or Exile? Fishing in the Dark was a hit single by which band in the late 80s? Restless Heart, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Little Texas, or Exile? All right. Yeah, Sharon, I see that. It's only showing 4 people. I'll have to work on that. I'm sorry. I want everybody's answers to show up and so they can get credit for it, so they can win a T-shirt. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Chrissy, Melinda, Stephanie, and Linda got that one. Is that correct? Here we go. Next question. A Country Boy Can Survive was released by which outlaw country icon? Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson, Hank Williams Jr., or David Allan Coe? A Country Boy Can Survive was released by which outlaw country icon? Yeah, it is hard to work all the bugs out, Gene. I've got so many buttons to push to try to keep the game going. Here we go. Country Boy Can Survive was released by which outlaw country icon? I think most of y'all probably know this one. Well, except Stephanie. I'm sorry. 75% of you got that one right. Here we go. Question 18 coming up. Yeah, it is fun. Elvira became a crossover hit for which vocal group in the early 80s? Was it the Oak Ridge Boys, the Statler Brothers, the Bellamy Brothers, or Alabama? Elvira became a crossover hit for which vocal group in the early 80s? Get your answers in there and hopefully it'll show up. I hope. Here we go. That's Elvira. My heart's on fire for Elvira. Oak Ridge Boys. Looks like 63% of you got that one correct. On to question 19. Nobody was a breakout hit for which female country singer in 1982? Was it Terry Gibbs, Sylvia, Lacey J. Dalton, or Janie Freaky? Nobody was a breakout hit for which female country singer in 1982? Remember that song? I barely remember it, but I do remember it. Looks like some of you don't remember it. Just to be honest. Sorry. Melinda, I thought you would get that one. Look at that. Janie. Janie's the only one got it right. Sylvia. Remember that one? All right, here we go. Last question. When You Say Nothing at All was originally recorded by which artist? Was it Travis Tritt, Ricky Skaggs, Mark Chestnut, or Keith Whitley? When You Say Nothing at All was originally recorded by which artist? Travis Tritt, Ricky Skaggs, Mark Chestnut, or Keith Whitley? Put your answers in the comment section. And time is up. All right. When You Say Nothing at All. Leanne, you're showing up in the comment section with your answers, so I don't know what's up with that. Here we go. Keith Whitley. Keith Whitley, When You Say Nothing at All. Great song. All right, let's go to the leaderboard. Look at there, Linda Baker. My goodness. Now, let me check this. Anthony, I don't see you on there. Who else is not on there? Sharon, did you play this game or were you just watching? We need to make sure that everybody's getting on the leaderboard that's playing. So anyway, I'll try to go back and check and see what the problems were. Once I go from the leaderboard and after I play my story, all y'all's comments disappear from my screen, so I have to go back and look and see if I can find where the problems are. So okay. All right. I got another little story. This is for my sister. She likes my stories, so let's see what I come up with today. Her name was Maybelle. She was 18 years old. She had a barred suitcase and a bus ticket from a little town in Tennessee to a place her mama called too big for its own good, New York City. She had dreams, big ones, singing, acting, bright lights, red carpets, and she had practiced her thank you speech more than her graduation one. Inside her suitcase were 3 dresses. She had a pair of worn shoes, a stack of headshots, and a little notebook full of songs and prayers. She stepped off the bus on a cold Tuesday morning, and New York greeted her the same way it greets everyone, with noise, horns, and absolutely no concern for where she came from or who she was. She got lost twice, cried in a phone booth, slept her first night in a women's shelter when the hotel she booked was, well, let's say it's not as advertised. But the next morning she woke up, put on her best dress, and walked into a casting office like she belonged there. They told her no, and no again, and again. But she kept showing up, kept singing in the subway station, kept waiting tables, kept writing songs, and years passed. She didn't become famous. But one day she sang backup for a Broadway show. Then she taught music at a school in Queens. And when one of her students asked, "Did you ever make it big?" she smiled and said, "I made it far enough to help you make it further." You know, sometimes chasing a dream doesn't lead to fame, but it leads to purpose. And that's a spotlight all its own. All right, there you go. Hope you all like my little stories. So until tomorrow, y'all have a great evening, and we'll see you later on.
Don't bury